Iniciamos. Ya encontré todo lo que voy a presentar. Hice un breve resumen del contenido de mi presentación. Voy a empezar mostrando mi currículum, my resume, which is part of my professional story that I would like to present to you and show the different projects that I have participated during the last 30 years. So let me open first of all my resume and let me present to you on the screen. Yes, my name is Alan Dominguez. I am mechanical engineer. I'm married. I was studying on my professional career on the Instituto Tecnológico de Veracruz from 1985 to June 1989. Almost 30 years after, I take the thesis seminary for to receive the degree of mechanical industrial engineer, and passing 3 months after, I prepared. I was taking a course for the project management skills certifications based on Project Manager Institute. And my profile is I am dedicated as a construction project manager for data centers, manufacturing industry, automotive, vertical, and commercial buildings. My working experience is the last one project that I participated was for Hermosillo, the construction company. I played the role as MEP superintendent and CX manager on the Querétaro city. I was participating on the construction of the 1,000 square meter data center for Amazon phase 1, where I was responsible for project administration, planning, execution, monitoring, and control of the activities of subcontractors. I did a high overseeing for civil and architectural works to apply proper sequence with MEP works until project completion. I coordinate elevation of ducts and duct bank entrance into manholes, handholds, and pull boxes with final location and profiles of ducts and duct banks as determined by coordination with other utilities, underground obstructions, and surface features. I coordinate size and location of concrete bases, cast anchor bolts inserts into bases, concrete reinforcements, and foam work requirements. I coordinate the installation of rock curbs, equipment supports, and roof penetration. Also, I coordinate steel column erection, concrete casting, roofing wall opening, drywall reinforcement, fire stopping. I coordinated also rooftop units lifting, chillers, power generators, and transformers, chilled water piping, for safety codes. I'm a professional creating schedules and determining sequences of works, developing and implementing recovery strategies to maintain project schedule and budget. Leading project inspection, startup, commissioning, and punch list required for acceptance and over of all the MEP system in strict adherence to the approved designs, sequence of operation, and manufacturer recommendation. I installed two switch gears with 1,200 amps of capacity, 30.5, 34.5 kV A and B, 2,800 kVA power transformers, 9 pieces, and also 9 pieces for LV low voltage switchgear and electrical power for redundant systems. I also installed 4 500 tons air-cooled chillers for ABAC system. My last experience before Amazon was a project data center for Kio Networks Phase 5. I also apply as MEP project manager for Gallas Energia Constructiva construction company. Basically, I did the same for the Amazon, but this portion I am only was dedicated to MEP works. Before that, I was in the back group applying as MEP superintendent when I participated in the project for the reconstruction of the Tecnológico de Monterrey, because the last tragic earthquake, so we have to reconstruct the building. Last time I also participated with Hermosillo for the Toyota project in Tijuana. I was applying as MEP commissioning coordinator when where I start up testing and commissioning all the MEP equipment for expansion, and we tested around 100 MEP equipment in 3 months. Last time also for working for Hermosillo, I participated on the construction of the main substation with 660 MVA transformer substation, 2 power transformers, and a transmission line 12 kilometers of 230 kV. It was for the GM company, General Motors company, last time around July 2015 and June 2017. Before that, I was participating in a data center for BBVA, Bancomer, and I was in charge of the MEP works as a superintendent. And last time I was on a Japanese company named Shimizu North America as MEP senior estimator. And before that, I was in charge for the Red IT data center, which 8 years after it became to Kio data center. I was in charge of the MEP works as MEP superintendent, working for Turner Marnos. It was my last 10 years experience of the construction here in this portion of the Mexico, and last time I was dedicatedly living in Tijuana and working also for construction industrial projects with several kind of projects like manufacturing plants, one hotel and Rosarito, Baja California, and a storage plant for Soriana. It's a market uh, rate, and that that's all kind of project. So it was briefly a presentation of my experience. I would like to present to you a kind of presentation which I prepared for this part of the interview. Just let me show my last time dedicated on construction projects. So if you could see my screen, I am presenting to you my uh, which I have participated on 25 industrial projects, working for several industrials which are leading of the construction here in Mexico. I was participating for the data centers for Kio, Turner, Lendlease, and Hermosillo. I also have been participating on the construction for 10 manufacturing plants like Sharp, Toyota, General Motors, Okaya. I how well I already speak to you. I built a main substation for General Motors. I also participate in the bidding of the 10 projects, big projects, with a summary of above of from above of $5 to $30 million. I also have been leading a staff of engineers for all the projects. Around 40 people was the number of person that I worked in on Amazon, and is my um, presentation. Also, I also have other kind of presentation showing my main works that I already participated. Let me show what kind of works I have been working for Red IT. For data centers, this is the underground piping showing the surface of the earth and the piping, different pipings, and how it finalized inside the room. This is for Bancomer, BBBA, and it was the civil works that I also participated in, underground piping, civil works, the system, water system, the power generators, and the inside the data centers. For General Motors automotive plant, this is the big picture of the project. This was the main substation, the power transformer 60 MVA, and the different kind of mechanical equipment. This is also the structure of the plant. During this time, I studied for the project administrator, and I received the title of mechanical engineer. I also participated in the reconstruction of the Tecnológico de Monterrey. It's a different kind of equipment that I already installed. Cooling, cooling towers, pumps, and so on. And is this a picture of the different plant that I have been participated? Above is Toyota and below is General Motors. I was collaborating with different companies in the construction. I already presented you. Yeah, manufacturing plants. Okay. At this moment, at this time, I would like to present to you. I don't know if you have question at this moment. So if not, if you allow me, I can present to you the other portion of my presentation where I would like to show you how can we prepare the, the since we receive the information about the Amazon project, how we prepare the different stages of the project since the receiving the information until the detailed construction schedule and commissioning schedule that we applied for this project. So let me show the kind of information that we receive. First of all, let me show the the document. It is named as RFPS, where the client show um, um, request to us the different requirements for the project. So we need to study first of all the requirements that the client needs to be complied, and we need to understand everything before we start the construction works. So it is a part of our quotation since the beginning, and the first thing that we did with the client is to read with them and understand that all requirements was um, including in our proposal. So one of the most important things in this document is the milestones that the client wants to us be complied. So it is one of the most important things that we took in account before preparing the schedule, during preparing the schedule, and also checking, supervising, control, monitoring all the phases in order to comply with this requirement. Um, Also, we for this project specifically, we were assigned to receive the equipment which it was purchased by the client. So we have to prepare a plan where we consider the time since we receive the purchase order of the equipment until we receive the equipment on the site. So we have to assign a dedicated person for this target, and we prepare a kind of schedule uh, considering all the different moments which the equipment was passing since the fabrication on the manufacture, and the transportation and the different testing in the field, transportation to the site, and receiving on our plant. So it was another important issue, an important task that we took in consideration before to complete the construction schedule. So the general requirements, as every project has, mainly the different requirements that we need to comply with the different systems. Since we receive material in site, we need to check the specification that we are receiving the proper material according to specifications before to install. So the documentation that we also received was the last the package of specification that we also need to comply, same as same as it is considered on the reading on the documents. So one of the most important portion here in the documents is related to the communication, where we also need to prepare the infrastructure for the internet, and it also part of the important things that we considered in our construction schedule. So it is the first document and most important document that we need to consider, because it's the main requirements of the client wants to us to be compliant. So after that, I would like to present to you the other documents that we receive before we prepare the plant for this project, and it is named the specs. That is the specs which were it was prepared by the specialist engineers, that we also follow everything that is included in the different specialties or different divisions of the works that we need to be compliant. General requirements, existing conditions, concrete, masonry, metals, good plastic and component, thermal and moisture protection, openings, finishes, specialties, equipment, furnishing, fire suppression, plumbing, mechanical, integrated automation, electrical, communication, electronic safety and security, airworks, steel improvements, utilities. It is the other part of the documents that we receive. And after that, we are ready to also the most important things that also we receive is the drawings. So it was the first drawings package that we received, and we used them to prepare the strategy of the construction in order to consider all the different phases of the project, considering all the different construction process of the project. So, for instance, this drawing was useful to prepare the drawing of the construction. So we thought to attend all this project in several um, um, several sequences of the construction and several works at the same time, like hard works. Um, we consider that we divided the project in 4 phases, just to attend at the same time the portion of the project. We built the earthworks here for the substation. At the same time, we worked for the main building surface. So, and also for the entrance of the project, with each located the weight warehouse building. So we prepare all the machinery for all these different divisions of the project. So in order to prepare all all the areas at the same time, just to reduce the time of the construction. Um, we also detect the sequence of the mounting of the structure, which allow to us to build at the same time the civil works and the mechanical and electrical works. So we bought and sent to fabrication the structure considering that we uh, built the building from this corner, from this side to this side, and considering that all the sequence um, and the process of the construction was from this corner to this side. So meanwhile we build the structure from here to here, we also can continue working with the rest of the civil works, starting with the underground piping and uh, um, structures, mounting of the columns and beams, and after casting the floor, and finally pouring the roof metal sheets above the structure. During this time, we built all the exterior works for the underground MEP utilities, and and we were ready to receive the different main equipment which was installed also outside the building, like generators, power transformers, first of all, and once we complete all the civil works and finishes inside the building, we were ready to install the different MEP electrical and mechanical equipment like substation, main panel boards, so air handle units, and the DAHUS units for air conditioning system, and also be ready for the different equipment which has to be installed inside the um, data center room. Yeah, so it was all the um, drawings that we received, and we think about what would be the best way to carry out the sequence of the construction. So it was the diagram of the cooling system, and it was the documents that we received before we prepared our construction schedule, which is the next document that I would like to present to you. Um, we I used a very detailed schedule for another data center that I had the opportunity to participate 10 years ago, 12 years ago, maybe. And it was useful because we almost follow the sequence of construction of this program. So we initially um, works on this sequence, and we put all the activities and equipment for related to the Amazon project just to compare the sequence of the the activities that we use on the past data center. So the first portion of this um, file I show in the first draft proposed schedule according to the sequence of the construction for the past data center, and the right side um, what would be the different milestone that we have to complete for the Amazon project. So we did a kind of comparison where can we insert the different requirements of the client in order to adjust the final construction schedule. So it was the first draft of our master plan, and also graphically we put in one simple document the different phases of the civil works, with matching with the different works for the MEP activities. So meanwhile, we build the building for all the civil works. We also considering the different stages of the MEP utilities that we have to mounting or installed at the same time, main at the same time that the civil works are being um, completing. So underground, overhead, installing an interconnection just to complete all the construction works. First the civil works, then the MEP works, and in order to be ready for the commissioning um, commissioning works. Um, it was as already said, it was the first draft that we worked for the Amazon project, and after that we were ready to prepare the the schedule that we present to Amazon. It was a very hard work. We taking more than 6 months in order to be um, agree with the client, who was the last um, schedule that we would use for the project. All this time was meanwhile we completed the civil works and be ready for the mechanical and electrical works, and not only the constructions but also for commissioning. So uh, it was the last document that we present to the client, which was useful for to follow all the activities and conform with the client requirements. We prepare around, we use around 5,000 of activities to comply with the client requirements. So it was a very detailed schedule where we consider all the construction phases of the sequence, the construction process for MEP works, and also consider the last portion for CX construction commissioning works. Um, yeah, once we receive the approval of our client for this schedule, we present them to the our control for that kind of uh, schedule. So basically, we did use all same sequence of the equipment, which is made according to the sequence of the energization on the one line diagram. So the sequence is from the top of the logical sequence until the last electrical panel boards. So we need to put every single equipment just following the sequence of their energization one by but one by one. So we need to comply first with the electrical process, energization. Then after that, we follow all the mechanical equipment that is energized from one of that um, panel boards, electrical panel. So once we put all the equipment to be energized and to be energized and tested and commissioned, we assigned a different date to uh, to carry out all the different uh, activities that we need to consider, since as same as it indicated on the sequence of the testing that all the equipment need to be compliant. So how can we uh, know which would be the process of the sequence of energization of the checking of all the activities that we need to prepare and complete before test and commission is um, indicated on the data sheets of every equipment, which is already uploaded in a in a space in a folder, a dedicated space prepared by the client in order to uh, open the link that is already prepared for all the equipment. This um, is carrying up to the Procore. I have no idea that it is already working. So and it mm, even I cannot show to you the exact uh, data sheet that is used for this equipment. Just let me show an example of the document that we use for that um, task. Let me. It is not considered on this file, but let me open the proper data sheet which I used in another project in Tijuana for the Toyota plant. It is a kind of example of the data sheet where, for instance, a power distribution panel, we um, we follow this sheet in order to be sure or make sure that all the activities that we have to complete before the energization and after the energization. It, it has a different color of the different process. This is a procedure which is named Kanban, where we have four different stages for testing of the equipment, and it is very useful tools that all the project needs to be followed with. And we used first of all this sequence to prepare our construction schedule. Then we adjust according to the spec sheets of the Amazon equipment, and we finally prepare this kind of document that we follow in order to control and monitoring the systems. So level number two, this once we put all the equipment, we also need to um, add the different level of decommissioning in order to um, uh, assign or indicate the different activities that we have to complete before pass to from one level to the next level. So it is just an example. At the end, we need to comply with the commissioning schedule, which is already explained, that you already explained to you. So also we need to prepare a kind of logical diagrams. Um, I think it is not uploaded yet, but let me show from this other file. I already have October 23. Con. Diagram comporta lógica, sistema de. Yep. this one. So this is a diagram which is um, which was prepared by all the team and is referred to the energization of the main switch gears. So we consider three different blocks because we need to work in at the same time in different zones and different levels of the MEP works. So in order to have a better idea or open the big picture to the client, just to explain how would be found the final target. So we prepare this kind of documents to show to the client and get their approval before we start with any kind of jobs, any kind of works of the our project. So it is my presentation. I don't know if you have a question about it or would like to pass to the next step of interview. Thank you.